Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. Yeah, you never thought I'd come back to Pokemon Go, but I found a feature that I've had for a while and didn't really use it to its full potential. That's like everything, right? Your phone. Most of us don't really use it to its full potential. We don't even really use it for phone calls. We use it for text and playing games and emails and social media. But that's another conversation for another time, right? Let's get into what we're talking about here. And I apologize, limited light. Trying to use the green screen. No yellow hat. Yeah, I know. I don't make videos with the yellow hats right now. Hey, but I got a fresh cut, right? Look, Pokemon Go has been doing a lot of stuff, and I'm here to talk about that today. I've got a program called FTP Manager, File Transfer Protocol Manager. Okay? This program will allow me to send files on my network. So one of the problems I have with iPhone is if you want to see your files, you have to connect it to your computer. You've got to, voila, have it connect, and then you can see the files if you give the computer that you're using its permissions, right? And then once you do that, then you can find this weird naming convention, usually IMG underscore and a series of numbers. So on your computer, you're not necessarily going to know the date, time, all that information. You only know that when you're copying said files to your computer. But the FTP manager will show you the date. And I don't have to connect this to my computer. All just wireless, just, hey, these files, boom, 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 in the past, all these years. I can never go back to doing this that way. But all these years having to, email pictures to myself to avoid connecting it to my phone, to the PC in order to make these videos for you guys. And I know I said I'd scale back on Pokemon Go videos anyway, but this opens up opportunities for a lot of other videos. That out of the way, we're going to go all the way back. Excuse me, I'm better. I'm not coughing profusely, but I'm still a little, not at full potential yet. But look, we're going all the way back to, what date was this? Man, I can't even tell you anymore. But sometime in August. I know it's almost October where I am. Well, where everyone is. Not like I'm in a different timeline. But hey, if you're watching this in a different part of the universe, maybe this is the past, right? But look, check it. Triumph Together Timed Research. So I feel like this was a community day with Popolo that I was really wanting to show. I'm not sure why the Triumph time thing was going on there. There was some Pokemon that appeared there, but evidently I had to hatch a bunch of eggs and got it out of the way. But moving back to the Popolo, catch 15 of those. So we got the shiny there. I just, for reference, wanted to show that. So forgive me, these are all just flowing, these pictures. I'm just, recapping. I know this is not really news. For a lot of y'all, you're like, yeah, old news, and I get that, but I'm still documenting my Pokemon Go adventures. So from that community day, they started out hot in the beginning of September, late, August 2024. We're going to give you the starters from Sword and Shield. I believe they're Sword and Shield. Right? Grookey. You're Grookey. Why did I say Grookey? I'm used to saying Grookey. You got him. And it's the Galar region where they wanted you to evolve them. Scorbunny and Drizzy. Not to be confused with your boy, your Canadian guy. All of those Pokemon, the starters, you got to evolve all those. And it was really cool because right now, if you haven't realized it, if you're not playing Pokemon Go actively, if you're casually, make friends. Make friends right now because during whatever season this is, and forgive me for not knowing, Pokemon Go is giving you extra XP for evolving and when you make friends. So, for example, you might have gotten 100,000 for your third heart with a friend. You're getting 150. So, that 150 with the lucky egg, instead of being 200,000, is going to be 300,000. So, make as many friends as you can. I think it's going to be for like the rest of the year. So, I say that to tell you that I've taken advantage of this. Level 49, I thought I'd quit playing before getting 49, but some things worked out to where I can get 49, and I'm almost there. I've got probably another 500 or so excellent throws, and the XP is actually happening faster than those excellent throws are, mainly because I haven't been raiding. But I've been opening a lot of gifts, and that's been supplementary for the raids and collecting Pokemon. So thank you guys. They've increased the friend limit, if I didn't say that last video, however long ago that was, right? So with them increasing that, that's allowed me to make more friends with you guys. And one of the things I was doing was I was saving my friendship slots for people I actually know. And that's why I've been behind a lot of y'all, really. A lot of y'all have been just friending anybody and everybody, and eventually you're going to have to do that because you're going to reach a plateau where the 50 people you actually know or have befriended, that's not going to be enough. You don't continually get friendship after your best friends. So you're going to have to get out there and make more friends. And some of these people aren't going to live near you. You're not going to see them every day, if at all, right? So this is Niantic telling you to do this, not just me. Niantic is kind of telling you to do this now by raising it from 400 or whatever, or 200. So I think it's like 400. At a time it was 200. Now it's like 450 or something crazy like that. So find an extra 250 friends or whatever you got to do, because you're going to need it. The XP is kind of brutal at the end. 30 million. That's level 50. 6 times. Or, excuse me, level 40 6 times. Level 40 was 5 million. You've got to do that for 30 million. I am proud to say I'm at like 21 million. So, and maybe it's 22. Either way, I know I need like 8.5 million or something crazy like that left. So, I'm in good spirits with the game. I'm trying to get enough of the Gimme Ghoul coins, okay? I need, as of today, another 191. So I'm averaging maybe like 50 coins golden lure. So that might be 3.5 lures, which means 3 more weeks. So we're looking like maybe right around Halloween I can get it done if other people share theirs. Some people had comments in my group, "Oh, you're putting up the lure and not telling people." I gotta say, and it's gonna sound rough, it's gonna sound harsh, but this isn't actual money. This isn't millions of dollars and I'm like, hey, I found treasure, and it's a game, and you can't stack these. So if I'm playing, I'm not obligated to say, hey y'all, here's a lure and let's also catch up. I almost don't even want to say this, but the nicer part of me says, say it here so you don't say it and hurt somebody's feelings in person. This is a game. I'm not obligated to share anything. I'm just being honest. I choose to share because why not? It only takes a couple seconds, but if I'm on the go and I'm focused on what I've got to do, I may not always have time to share something like that, It's one of these things where if you really want this bad enough, you may have to get your own Nintendo Switch and copy the game, So I'm just going to leave that there, let you simmer on that. It doesn't necessarily need to be an argument or a fight, but you're not entitled to people's time or what they do with their time. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are using lures and different parts of the game, that could be shared, but you come at me because, well, I've been doing this from the beginning. And Facebook brought it to my attention. Pokemon Go High Point, 8 years. I cannot believe it. I've been playing this game for 8 years. There's not so many games that I've even put that much time into continually. You know, even the Mario games. I mean, I don't play those every day, but I play Pokemon Go every day. I might play Mario Kart Tour, so that counts as an everyday thing, but not the same as the Mario makers. And don't worry, I want to get back to those too. We'll get back to those. Just got to get rid of this cough. A lot of the stuff I'm doing as well. So let's keep it moving. They had the pass that you can choose. They had what they don't have anymore, this boost box. And I know, again, this is not news to anybody anymore, but you got to pay attention to the store, and this was them kind of trying to teach you that. Like, hey, we want you casual players to come back and play. We've not only given you the Galar starters, but we had a box like this that could increase your item bag, your incubators, premium passes, and Pokemon storage. That's the best box I've ever seen in the game. I personally managed to get 2 of them. You could get 3 of those boxes, and they came and they just went. I think it was up for like 2 hours and it was gone, and a lot of people took it for granted that it would still be there the next day or whenever they got paid or whatever, and it was gone. I'm thankful for that. I was able to take advantage. Unfortunately, those of you who, let's say you, I don't know, you're hardcore and you've already paid for the max amount of space, you know, you maxed out everything, that sucks for you, especially if you could have still used the passes and the incubators or any other combination. But if you just had one of those things where you had too much, i.e. the item bag, well, you were screwed out of getting that box. But let that be a lesson. This is a game, and there's just a certain amount of seriousness that you can put into it, you know? And I think that's why I'm still able to enjoy it right now, because I didn't allow myself to get burnt out like many of us did reaching level 40. They had a new loading screen. Not sure if I'm going to include that picture, but we can talk about the 2 main things that I wanted to share in this video. Number 1, we've got the Dynamax. Okay, so the Dynamax popped up, and I don't have facts to support the logic here, but it's hinted that rejected Pokestops from the Niantic's little program. I want to call it Wayfair, but maybe that's not what it is. I think Wayfair is more like the furniture stuff. Whatever it's called, Niantic's thing that you submit your Pokestops to, if they're rejected, it looks like some of these are now these little areas that you can get energy to Dynamax Pokemon. So initially you gotta fight some of these Pokemon. You can get them through research. The first one was Wooloo, and then they eventually followed up Wooloo with the 3 Kanto starters: Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. The caveat here is, well, other yellow hat guy, I would love to have these Pokemon Dynamaxed. Why can't I just Dynamax my old ones? You got to do this for new Pokemon, which means buying more Pokemon storage. If you don't want to do that, you're going to have to delete older Pokemon that you no longer use anyway, right? The research was cool. You got a little Dynamax band, for your Pokemon, but the Dynamax doesn't last that long. So I learned this the other day when doing some of this. So let's keep moving through the images here. Nearby menu has been upgraded. I don't like how they did that, where you have to actually click on the little Pokemon screen to see more menus. So you see they have the Pokemon, the raid, the power spot, and the route. I'm not really a fan of how they stuck all that there. Another thing I wanted to share was they made the party play thing live. I may or may not include that image, but the lucky egg was able to be shared amongst your party members, so that was cool. I did get 100% Kyogre. I evolved my Wugtrio. Again, these images may or may not be there. But let's focus back on collecting the max particles. So they limit you in how many you can hold at a time, and you can only get so many per day. And they make you walk, or at least travel, 200 kilometers each period. So it's not enough just to get the 1,000 MP, the particles. You've got to also get the kilometers. And when those conditions are met, you can then collect those particles. And I think it's like a max of, like I said, 1,000 per day. And what do you use that for? Well, you can use it to teach your Dynamax Pokemon moves. And then you also need to fill that up to even do some of the other battles. For example, I told you the 3 that are out now, they also have Beldum. And I learned my lesson there trying to do that. You'll see in some of these images later how I got defeated there trying to take that out. I think there's another one too. There was a trick where you could use the little squirrel, whatever his name is, Scorvit. You can do that. I know people were exploiting a glitch somehow where they were Dynamaxing other Pokemon that weren't necessarily available yet, but I feel like all of those Pokemon are available now that Niantic has made them available, the ones that you can initially use, that is. I don't need this image here, so we can delete that. That's not part of what we were looking for. Phalanx Community Day, that happened at some point. I did get the shiny, that was a cool one. They gave you a bunch of passes and extra XP, and it wasn't too hard to get that. I know some people got shut out of it, but I managed to get 2 and didn't even need all 13 passes or whatever it was. So that was actually pretty fun. What else? Calling Galar had 8 theme, because it's, again, like I said earlier, 8 years of Pokemon Go, so that's what they've got going there. They had a ridiculously overpriced gold box with star pieces and lucky eggs, like 100 each, I think that's what that says. Yeah, 100 lucky eggs and 50 star pieces. And they wanted like 60-something bucks for that. And then, the max particle pack. How do you get more? Well, Niantic is letting you pay for that. So you can buy that if you can't, for whatever reason, get near these MP stops. But it's like, why would I want to buy that to pay? Why would I pay to have that if it's just for Pokemon that I'm going to train? I would just wait till I get to these MP stations and train that way. I don't get the logic there, but it's another way to get you to do microtransactions. So, hey, you've got a reason to collect these old Pokemon now, because they're going to start recycling them and say, hey, Dynamax form for them. And then obviously you have the new Pokemon. They're going to hit a wall where, hey, we've hit all the generations before the Pokemon Company has come up with a new generation. Or maybe Pal World makes the Pokemon now. Oh, what's that? Nintendo's suing them? Oh, they finally woke up and they're suing them? But hey, that may be another video. But look, the last thing I'm going to leave you with, because I've been rambling for a while now, is if you've unfortunately used all of your lucky, or not your lucky eggs, your Master Balls, they're now giving you the shinies. They're giving you the shiny Galarian birds, and they won't run from you. That's going to start October 4th and will continue to be available after the event's over. So these birds, they've been eluding me. They appear when you use this daily incense. Hopefully there's another way they appear, but that's the way they appear now. And maybe my, auto catcher is trying to catch them and they run, and I just don't look in the journal. I don't know. I'll have to test that out today, but that's what my theory is. But they don't always appear every daily incense either. I've got 3 Master Balls waiting, and part of me is like, well, just wait for those. But hey, if they won't flee, do you not need to use the Master Ball? Maybe you can just use your, Ultra Balls and keep burying them until, you catch them. That would be the dream right there. So if they won't run, maybe I should just save the Master Balls for the regular ones that aren't really going to be that cool anymore anyway. Right? Why would you? I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I appreciate it as always. We'll be back with some more content when I deem the moments necessary, and I will see you in the next one. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Hey, how are you? I'm Captain Sensation. I'm on Twitch and YouTube, enjoy my creations. Movie reviews, let's plays, they're amazing. Stay tuned for more, I'm Captain Sensation. Sympathy for Pokemon and Atari. Wait, here's more funny Mario Party. Games that are chores and some that are gnarly. Fun with Gen X, Virgin Rose, and Kari. Woo! There we go, y'all. Been waiting to do that for a little bit. But hey, see y'all on the next one.